Good morning, beautiful people. It's a Monday morning. Trying to think positive. Start the week off right. I was fighting off a cold end of last week and ended up skipping the gym on Friday, and then Saturday I ended up sleeping in and just one of those things where you just no energy whatsoever. Totally lost all my ambition. Wasn't a whole lot happening. Yesterday started feeling a little bit better, and today I slept okay last night. Didn't get the full 8 hours that I really should have, but I'm still working on that. Old bad habits die hard sometimes, but hey, every day 1% improvement. That's what I'm shooting for. But heading into the gym now, looking forward to it. Like I said, I missed on Friday, and I just feel kind of bloated. I thought I ate okay over the weekend, but I've really been trying to avoid excess sugar. But I still have the puffy face. I don't know, part of that is just fighting off the cold, and part of it is just, being a little overweight. I don't know, I feel like I need to do at least somewhat better job of tracking my macros. I know I've talked about that before, that I don't really track that stuff, but having some kind of food journal, I feel like I need to start doing, just in terms of how I feel, because there are certain times when, you have a great workout and you have a good post-workout meal and everything else, and you don't feel bloated, you don't feel like just puffy everywhere. And I don't know, like I feel like I'm getting to that age where I need to start recognizing when I eat certain foods that I just react, in a certain way, and minimize those as much as possible. So it's a Monday morning and a little dreary out. I had a little bit of rain, but it looks like the sun's gonna make an appearance here later today, so hopefully. But hey, no snow, so I'll take that as a win. And it's springtime in southern Maine. Starting to finally see some green grass poke through, and thank God, because it just it needed to happen. Like I said, I'm a fall kind of guy. That's my favorite time of year, and I like winter. I like the fact that we have 4 seasons, but there are times, you get to the end of winter and you're done. And anybody who's ever lived in Maine can relate. It just, winters can drag, and then you're just done with them, and then you still have another month left and 2 months left. It's just not fun. So this week I'm going to be working on reaching out to a few more clients in terms of my new business I've launched. I'm excited about it. I'm also a little terrified, and I think if I wasn't a little terrified, that would be a problem. I'm trying to be realistic about it, but I'm also trying to be optimistic. I'm excited about the opportunities that it's going to provide, and I have faith in knowing that there will be work that comes my way. I do have faith, and I send a prayer up every time I send out a cold email, market email, all that stuff. I'm just haven't gotten anything yet, so it's all right. I'm not worried. I'm gonna keep moving forward, and I'm excited about the process. And I don't say that just in a way of like alleviating my own concerns, or just a wishy-washy, oh yeah, no, it's no big deal, we'll be fine. I really do enjoy the process of building a business, of creating processes and systems that allow things to succeed. Like I like seeing the fruit of my labor. I like seeing actual results, and there's nothing more satisfying than, I don't know, just seeing the results of all of your hard work. And when you're an entrepreneur and when you're working for yourself, like, that's every job. Like every contract you see, every job that you work on, you're seeing the results of your work. and it's directly related to the amount of work that you put in, and it has a direct effect on your life. And it's a feeling that I think a lot of people are missing in the 9-to-5 corporate life, because your success is not your own, it's the business's, and you're building somebody else's business. You're not building your own. And yes, while I haven't had any direct clients myself yet, I still have had enough of the self-employment bug bite me in a good way, of like, okay, like I can measure the steps that I've taken and gotten done, and it has moved the needle. Like I don't know, like I've created a digital product that I'm extremely excited about, and I'm in the final processes of cleaning it up, and I actually have a future deployment plan for where I want to go with it. You know, like I have an idea for what I want to do with it if it does take off. And you know what? No, we're manifesting that it's going to. I'm not going to put that out there that it will. And but you know, the market will determine whether it's a good thing or not. I'm looking at it from the perspective of my unique perspective of an actual product development manager, that I have a perspective that a lot of these other gurus online do not have. You see a lot of people online that are always talking about, oh, just make a digital product, you know, go in Canva and build out a wedding planner template in 30 minutes and sell it for $10 on Etsy, and you'll make 20 grand a month. And it's the problem is that if it's that simple, people are already doing that for themselves for free. So, and a lot of times, you don't see them structuring. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to how to even launch their own business. Yeah, probably fumble their way through in terms of filing an LLC, but all the other steps that it actually takes to trademark, to copyright, to go through the testing phases of an actual product design, a lot of people don't have experience in that, and certainly none of the ones that I've seen online myself. And are digital products a little bit different than a physical product? Sure, but the overall development is the same. It should just be simpler, which is exactly how I've designed my program. So you go through all the same kind of steps that these multi-billion-dollar corporations go through for developing a new product to bring to market, but the steps are simplified in a way that average people can have access to that information. And that's what I'm excited about, because I want better quality products that everybody feels empowered to be able to create themselves. I want, the mom that has the perfect tomato sauce recipe to be able to create that as a digital product, and realize that social media is the tool for her to be able to garner an audience, garner a community that are willing to pay her $10 for her recipe. And the thing of it is that it's also getting people to realize, yeah, there are a million different tomato sauce recipes out there, and people can find them for free. And cookbooks are one of the most popular items, I think, sold on Amazon. You are just adding one more recipe to the mix, but it doesn't matter. People aren't buying the product, they're buying you. So if you are somebody who people relate to, then they'll be happy to support you, especially if you're bringing value to their lives. People overthink what value means. They think that means that they need to bring, a $1 million idea for them to be able to be successful. And that's not the case. Driving towards 1,000 true fans, people that actually relate to you as a person, those people will be the ones willing and happy to buy your recipe, or your cookbook, or your guide on lawn maintenance. AI is going to make it easier for people to access information for free, but people still crave the sense of security in knowing that the product has been vetted, that things have been that it's actually something that they know will work, so that they see the results. And they want to hear that from people that they trust. And no matter how good AI gets, it's still just a program that's running statistical analysis to give you a response that is most likely to keep you engaged with the AI. So by bringing yourself across as a authentic creator that is actually interested in the topic that they're talking about, actually interested in the product that they're also putting out there, it's not rocket science, and it's never going to go away. Even with AI creators and avatars and everything else, there's always going to be a market need for those things. And what a lot of people, I feel, need to realize is that they need to get out of the scarcity mindset of, oh, what's the point? There's already, 1,000 people out there doing the exact same thing. Yeah, but there's 7 billion people on the planet. There's more than enough to go around. And everybody's always willing to try something different. Sometimes it just doesn't land. Sometimes one way, even if it's the 5-star rated, everybody thinks it's great program, it's been perfectly vetted by everybody else. Sometimes it just doesn't click for one person. So sometimes you need to say, yeah, you know what? This didn't work for me. I need to try something else. And they'll start searching for another solution. And maybe yours is exactly what they needed. So you have to look at it from the perspective of, don't be selfish about what you know. People don't know what you know. So recognize that and be willing to share that information. Don't be selfish. Have that perspective of, you are being selfish if you hold that to yourself. That's how I look at it. Because then you really look at it, then you really start to embrace the idea of, you're bringing value to somebody. You're doing this for someone. You're not just doing this for yourself. You're doing this for other people. And that motivates, that tends to be the trigger that really gets people to recognize that, hey, I struggle to motivate myself. I struggle to do things for myself just because that's just not how I think. But now, if I am in the mindset of, I'm doing this for this person, yeah, heck yeah, I want to help. I want to be useful. I like that feeling. I like the feeling of that I was able to impact this person's life in some kind of tangible way, even if it's something as simple as a sauce recipe. It doesn't have to be ground shaking. So anyway, at the gym. So catch you guys in the next one. Peace.